Good morning. Welcome to our Saturday morning yoga class. So today's class is yoga to reset. And so this is a great class whenever you're feeling stuck, whether that's your physical body, your mental, emotional body, maybe your energetic body is just feeling a little stuck, running a little bit slower. I really like this sequence to help just reset that energy. So let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose, but we're going to come into it from a high kneel. So come into this high kneeling position, and then from here, we're going to open up our knees to a nice comfortable distance, and then sit back in our heels. So we really want to draw our tailbone down, our hips down, and then from here, we can begin to reach our arms forward, drop our chest towards the earth, and maybe lower our forehead all the way down. So take a moment here, play around with this position, find what feels good to you. Close down your gaze and focus on your breath. So once we start to get into the flow of this practice, we're going to go through a handful of vinyasas. And so check in with your body as we go through. If you're finding that doing an extra vinyasa is just making your energy go to a not great spot, this is always an option. You can always come back here to child's pose. Let's take another couple breaths here. Really let your body arrive so that you can be present in this practice. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. And then on your next inhale, we're going to begin to shift our weight forwards and press our body up into upward facing dog. So we're pressing into the tops of our feet, pulling our shoulders back, opening up through our chest. Gaze can lift. Pause here for just another breath in. And then exhale, we're going to send our weight back to child's pose. So take a moment to arrive back here. Full breath in. Full breath out. So now we're going to move with our breath. So our inhales are going to send our weight forward and up, upward facing dog. And our exhales are going to send our hips down and back, child's pose. So you don't have to move at my pace. Listen to your breath, listen to your body. And do what feels good for you. Let's take one more inhale to up dog wherever you are. And then our exhale is going to send us all back into child's pose. Very nice. Take a moment to settle. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands back, lift your chest. We're going to make our way to hands and knees. So bring those knees in underneath your hip points, wrists under shoulders. Begin to ground down through both palms, all 10 knuckles. Press away from the earth a little bit. Bring a little bit of engagement into your core. And then on your next inhale, begin to tilt your tailbone up, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back, gaze lifts. And exhale, tuck your tailbone round through the spine, press away from the earth, crown drops. Move with your breath. So inhales are going to lead you into cow pose, Bhitti-lasana. And exhales are going to move you into cat pose, Marjarayasana. Take your time at the end of each one of these. At the end of cow, really feel that widening through your collarbones, that stretch through your front chest. And in cat pose, feel that widening, that same stretch in between your shoulder blades, your upper back body. Let's take one more cow and one more cat, wherever you are. And then we're all going to meet in this nice tabletop spine. From here, we're going to make our way to a really comfortable, slightly wider stance, forward fold. So begin to step with your right foot just slightly forward. So we're bringing the sole of our foot to the earth. And then we're going to step with our left to bring the sole of our foot in line with our right foot. And you can play with the width of your feet. So mine are just under my hip points right now. I'm going to keep this generous knee bend and then fold. So relax through the back of your neck. Let your crown reach down towards the earth. Maybe find a bind here if that feels good. You can sway just a little bit from side to side. Really opening up through that low back. One more full breath in here. Full breath out. And then inhale, send your thighs back. Reach your crown towards the front of the room. Half lift. And play around here. We're still kind of settling into this practice. So if you want to kind of shift your hips from side to side or bend into one knee at a time, that's okay. Pull your shoulder blades down and in on your back body. Keep that engagement in your core. Find stillness here. One more full breath in. Exhale, bend those knees and fold. I'm going to take one nice full inhale. Release that breath completely. And then one vertebra at a time, we're going to rise on up to standing. So when you arrive, maybe give yourself a big shoulder roll back to pull those shoulder blades down and in on your back body. Nice. So we're all going to make our way to the front of the mat and get ready to go through our sequence. So this flow sequence, we're going to go through 3 times. This first time, we're going to take our time, and really we want to feel each of these postures in our body so that when it's time to flow, we can move safely and feel good in each of the postures. So find a nice, strong mountain pose. So toe mounds can touch, V out at your heels, or maybe our feet are under our hip points. We're engaged through our thighs. We're engaged through our core. Again, shoulder roll back if it feels good and helps remind you to pull your shoulder blades down and in on your back body. Palm shine forwards, crown reaches up towards the sky. And then on your next inhale, we're going to sweep our arms forward and up and send our hips back to chair pose. Everybody's favorite. So pause here for a moment. Really hug your thighs to the midline. We're grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet, but our weight is back in our heels to protect our knees. So I can look down and see my big toes. I might mindfully think about my low back. If I'm swaying here, let's tuck our tailbone to keep a long spine. Open up through your chest. We're reaching up through our fingertips and also pulling our shoulders down away from our ears. One more breath in. Exhale, keep this bend in your knees, forward fold. Full breath in here. Exhale, plant your hands, and we're going to step our feet back to plank or plank on the knees. So take the option that feels good for you. Wherever you're at, shoulders are behind our wrists. We're holding our weight in our belly. So think about pulling your belly button away from your shirt, like you're sucking it into your body. We're lifting our heels over our toe mounds, pressing back through the soles of our feet, hugging those thighs to center. One more breath in. Exhale, bend into your elbows, and you can lower all the way down to the earth this first time. Release your forehead. Untuck your toes. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale, pull your shoulders back to lift your chest. Send your elbows down. Baby cobra. Full breath in here. Reach your crown forwards. Exhale, release. Inhale, keep these hands planted by your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Begin to engage through your core. And then we're going to send our weight up to plank or plank on the knees. And from here, on an exhale, everyone's going to send their hips up and back to our first down dog. So take your time here. We can pedal into our feet. So that's bending one knee and lifting that heel. In down dog, a lot of times we have this tendency to focus on our hamstrings and then round through our spine. But really, we want a long, straight spine. And so if that means our heels are lifted or our knees are bent, that's a much better option. So use your core strength to send your hips up, maybe a little bit higher. Reach the crown of your head down towards the earth. Create a little space between your shoulders and your ears. Maybe we find stillness here. Again, wherever your legs are, that's okay. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, imagine anchoring down through that left heel. And then send your right leg up and overhead, three-legged dog. Full breath in here. And then exhale, slowly send that foot to the top of the mat. We're coming into our low lunge. So ground down through our right toe mound. Lift that left heel over the left toe mound. Strong and straight back leg. We're still hugging these thighs to the center. And then on an inhale, you have a few choices here. We can pull our shoulders back and hover with our fingertips off the earth. You can bring your hands to heart center, or maybe we send our arms up and overhead. So take a few breaths here. Really feel this lunge in your body, whichever variation you're taking. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. And then inhale, open up to the right side wall. So we're coming into a little bit of a twist. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Our gaze can be up past them. Back leg is still strong and straight here. Imagine trying to shine your sternum towards the right wall. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind, plant both hands. We're gonna step our foot back to plank or plank on the knees. And now take the vinyasa of your choice. So inhale here, and then retain that breath as you go down to chaturanga or all the way to the earth. We're gonna make our way to baby cobra or up dog. And then on an exhale, everyone's gonna make their way to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here, full breath out. Find this nice, stable, still posture. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, begin to anchor down through your right heel. And then inhale, send your left leg up high, three-legged dog. We're gonna pause here for just another breath. And then on your exhale, slowly send your left foot forwards and through to our low lunge. So take a moment here, settle into this posture, start to ground down through your left toe mound, lift that right heel. Find a strong and straight back leg. So our back leg is really what's helping to keep our balance and to keep us lifted. So use that to help you. Hug your thighs to the midline, find your strength in your legs. So then we can find lightness in our upper body as we pull our shoulders back to hover, maybe bringing our hands to heart center, or maybe reaching our arms up and overhead. Take another couple breaths here. Feel that strength in your legs. One more inhale. And exhale, plant your right hand on the inside of your left foot. And then inhale, open up to the left side wall. Again, our left fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Our gaze can be past them. If this is uncomfortable in your neck, you can always look down, kind of at your big toe. Back leg strong and straight. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. Plant both hands. Step your foot back to plank or plank on the knees. And take that vinyasa of your choice. So lower down to the earth or to chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or up dog. And then exhale, we're all gonna meet in downward facing dog, and we're all gonna take 3 nice deep breaths together. So full inhale, audible exhale, full inhale, audible exhale, full inhale, audible exhale. And then our next inhale, step, walk, float your feet to the top of the earth. Exhale, fold. Pause here for a moment. Really release through the back of your neck. And then on your next inhale, slowly rise up to standing. Maybe giving yourself a nice shoulder roll as you arrive. So check in with how your body's feeling. That was our first time through that flow. So close down your gaze. Come back to your breath if you lost it there for a moment. And the next 2 times we go through this, we're going to move just a little bit faster. But again, be aware of your options. So when we do the vinyasas, we have options to drop our knees. We have options to go all the way down to the earth. We have options to skip it and go to down dog, or we have options to skip the whole thing entirely and go to child's pose. So check in with you, your body, your mind, your energy, and do what feels good. So take another breath in here. Begin to find your strong mountain pose again. Full breath out. And then on your next inhale, send those arms up and overhead. Drop those hips, chair pose. We're going to take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Last inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your feet back. Plank, plank on the knees. Retain your breath. Vinyasa. Inhale, baby cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 full breath in. Exhale, anchor down through that left heel. Send your right leg up high. And from here, we're going to bend into our knee and open up to the right side wall. So we're going to stack our right hip on top of our left. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step our foot forward. Find your strong base. Inhale, rise on up to our lunge. Another full breath in here. Exhale, plant your left hand. Inhale, open up to the right side wall. Exhale, unwind. Step back to plank, plank on the knees. Take the vinyasa of your choice. And then we're all going to meet downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Exhale, ground down through your right heel. And then inhale, send that left leg up high. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Let's open up to the left side wall this time. So we're stacking that left hip on top of our right. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, return to 3-legged dog. And then exhale, step on through to our low lunge. Find your strong base. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale here. Strong posture. Last inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand. Inhale, open up to the left. Exhale, unwind. Step back. Take the vinyasa if you'd like it. We're all going to make our way to down dog and take 3 nice breaths together. Full breath in. Audible exhale. Full breath in. Audible exhale. Last time, full breath in. Audible exhale. Inhale, step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Take your time here. Take another couple breaths. On your next inhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, rise on up to standing. Maybe give yourself a shoulder roll back, palm shine forwards, close down your gaze, come back to your breath. Begin to bring that awareness back to your feet. So we're grounding down through all four corners of our feet. Bring that awareness and that engagement up to your thighs, to your core. Palm shine forwards. Crown reaches up towards the sky. Open up your gaze. And then on your next inhale, send your arms up and overhead. Send your hips back. Chair pose. I'm going to take another full breath in here. Exhale, fold over those bended knees. Plant your hands. Step your feet back. Take that vinyasa of your choice if you'd like it. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Full breath in here. Exhale, we're going to begin to ground down through our right heel and send our left leg up high this time. So from three-legged dog, on an exhale, bend into your knee, stack those hips. Maybe you stay right here. If it's part of your practice, you can come into wild thing or flip your dog. And so we're going to drop our left foot down to the earth. And then we're going to begin to rotate over our right shoulder. And so as you do that, pivot on your back foot so your toes are pointed to the back wall. We're going to press up through our hips, open up through our chest, and reach our fingertips away from our back foot. Full breath in. Exhale, begin to unwind. And inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that foot through. Find your strong base. And then inhale, rise on up. Full breath out. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your right hand. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, release. Step your foot back. Take that vinyasa of your choice. Everyone's going to meet in down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, ankle down through that left heel. Inhale, send your right leg up high. Exhale, bend into your knee. Open up, stack those hips. And again, stay right here if that feels good. Otherwise, let's drop our left toes. Begin to open up, pivot on your back foot, press your hips up, open through your chest. Full breaths here. Really release your neck. One more breath in. Exhale, begin to unwind. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forwards. Strong base here, strong legs. Inhale, send your arms up. Exhale, plant your left hand. Inhale, open up to the right wall. Exhale, release. Step your foot back. Last vinyasa if you want to take it. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. Let's take our 3 nice deep breaths. Big inhale. Audible exhale. Deep inhale. Audible exhale. One more inhale. Audible exhale. Then we're going to drop our knees to the earth. Keep our knees together. Untuck your toes. And we're going to come into a different version of child's pose. So begin to rest your chest on your thighs. Release your forehead to the earth and send your arms back. So the backs of your hands are on the earth. And just come back to your breath. Maybe notice your breaths getting a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. And close down your gaze. Let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. And then inhale. We're going to make our way to seated. So from here, you can either come onto your hip and pivot around that way. Maybe you cross your ankles and send your weight up and over. But wherever you're at, we're going to kind of come to the center of our mat. You can face the short edge, the long edge. If you'd like, maybe grab a lift. We're going to come into a seated, one-legged forward fold. And so if you want to bring your hips up a little bit higher, that might feel nice here. So get settled. We're going to extend our right leg long, and we're going to keep this bend in our left knee. The sole of our left foot's coming to the inside of our right thigh. And from here, just focus on getting grounded and getting this upright spine. So you can bring your hands behind your sitting bones if it feels good. Begin to ground down through both sitting bones evenly, my torso shining forwards. And I'm going to reach my crown up towards the sky. So maybe I stay right here if that feels good. Or maybe I take another inhale to reach up a little bit higher. And exhale, I begin to fold at my hips, bringing my hands either to the mat or to my leg in front of me. So maybe my hands are up here at my thighs. Maybe they're at my shins. Maybe they're reaching towards my toes. But wherever you are, on your inhales, reach your crown away from your sitting bones. Create this length in your spine. And exhale, reach your chest towards your knee. If it feels good, you can allow a little rounding through your upper spine, but just make sure it's your chest that's reaching towards your knee and not crunch neck or nose. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, let's rise back up. And let's take it to the other side. So begin to straighten through your left leg. Bend into your right knee. Send the sole of your right foot to the inside lining of your left thigh. And find this comfortable seat. And maybe that's what we're working on, is just making this feel like a comfortable seat. So our hands are behind us, and we're just trying to create this space, this length, this opening through our low back. Full breath in, full breath out. If you'd like to fold, inhale, reach your crown up a little bit higher. And then exhale, at our hips, we're folding. Again, reaching our chest towards our knee, letting our hands come wherever they're comfortable. It's okay to have a gentle bend here in your front leg. We definitely don't want to hyperextend our leg. But if you have a somewhat generous bend, that's okay. Full breath in, full breath out. Send your breath to where you're feeling the sensation the most. So if you're feeling it in your low back, imagine sending your inhales, your full breath there. Same thing if you're feeling it maybe in your hamstrings or in your hips. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back. Release your right leg. Let's bring both of our feet to the earth. Send our hands behind us. Maybe take a nice gentle sway from side to side. Sometimes it's nice to take this posture after a forward fold because it just helps bring our spine back to this nice, neutral, relaxed state. Another full breath in. Release that breath completely. Find stillness. And then let's remove our lift if we used one. We're going to lower all the way down onto our back body. So take your time here. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs. 1 vertebra at a time releases onto the mat. And from here, we're going to hug our knees to our chest. Give ourselves a nice big hug, squeeze. If it feels good, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. If there's any last postures that feel good here, like a happy baby, you're welcome to take that. Or just hang out here. Release through your low back. Maybe you can take some nice big circles if that feels good to you too. When you're ready, we're going to extend our legs long, full body stretch. So stretch those arms up and overhead, maybe point through your toes. And then exhale, we're all going to make our way to Shavasana. So widen those legs a bit, let your toes drop to the outside. Let's bring our arms down by our sides, palms shining up towards the sky. Close down your gaze. Let your toes fall to the outsides. Release to the inner lining of your legs. Let your back, your shoulders, the backs of your arms melt down into the earth. Relax through the muscles of your face, your jaw, your neck. And come to stillness. Stay here as long as you need today. This is where I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.